Hello and welcome to episode 9 of our career mode with Portsmouth. I'm Devil Sniper and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and hopefully you're going to settle down with a nice cup of hot chocolate and some Jaffa cakes and get ready for some Portsmouth goodness. It's been a little while since we uploaded some Portsmouth just due to the fact that we're doing so well with West Ham and actually doing quite well with Arsenal that they're at critical points in the season. It was just nice to get some videos out. So we're back to Portsmouth. We're going to start tanking out some Portsmouth videos. This weekend I might try and get a couple of episodes up for you, at least one anyway. To see how we do and how we progress with this season, because it's we're doing okay. We're not doing too bad. We're steady. We're solid. There's a few issues that we've got. We're pretty piss poor away from home. We've got to fundamentally fix that. We're going to probably be relying too much on our home form, which again we've got to fix that, and we've got to get some form of proper consistency. Put a nice little run of games together. Back-to-back wins. 5 or 6 back-to-back wins will really change the complexion of the league table and our season. It will give us a lot of confidence. But we sort of stutter. But at the end of the day, we're making ourselves hard to beat. And as I said, we're being quite solid, which is the main factor. And we've got an extremely tough game with Carlisle. I was going to say Cardiff, but Carlisle. And look at that. Why did my players come together like that? That was ridiculous. That was going to be an easy clearance. Easily feed the ball out. Go on a counter-attack, but no, obviously it was not meant to be. They decided to come together and make it really easy for Madden to slot the ball home after 8 minutes, which was very, very disappointing. Got to say, Carlisle were fantastic. They always seem to be able to get a foot in. They closed down the space really well. World class in the lower leagues is really difficult. It's not just the fact that the players aren't as skilled or as talented as the lads you use in the top leagues. But look at this, great ball inside to Jordan, and that's a cracking finish. That really is a cracking finish by Jordan. Really chuffed with that goal. Absolutely brilliant. It was the one time that he cut inside from the wing, actually had some space and was able to get a decent shot off. And I was really chuffed with that. Again, we had a great opportunity there, but we lacklustre on the shot. The shot was so lacklustre, it's really, really disappointing. So going at 1-1 at half time was I suppose a fair reflection on the actual game. And look at that free kick, that was a rocket. Thank God we've got Andersen. I really dread to think where we would be in the league table without Andersen. Then again, I could probably work out for myself. We'd be propping everybody up. Look at that defensive header. My defending's getting actually better, which is just quite scary. And I'm sure you guys will understand that from watching my series with West Ham. Another great opportunity, but we're just so inept at the moment. It's really, really frightening. Not very good at free kicks, so still decide to go with the short one, play it in. The shot lacked power. Keeper had an easy save. 1-1 draw at home. Extremely disappointed. But we have an opportunity to take our minds off the league for a moment and concentrate on the paint trophy, which will be a nice game to concentrate on. It relieves us. The only problem I think we're really having at this moment in time is, all my days, how many games back to back do we have? It is just absolutely redonkulous. Absolutely redonkulous. We have so many games. We're playing sort of 2 to 3 games a week, probably 3 games a week, which is quite stressful. And it's not good. It's not good. We've got to rotate the team, and we don't have the greatest depth within our squad. And that's quite scary. But playing against Bristol Rovers, they started off like a house on fire, really put us under a great deal of pressure, and thankfully again we had Andersen to come to our rescue and save the day. He really is just an absolute talent. I can't believe how good he is as a goalkeeper. Really, really is cracking. He gets the ball down the right hand side, cuts back inside, and Lucas Piazon goes for the audacious, ridiculous, cheeky overhead kick. I fully believe he connected with that would have floated into the top corner like an absolute rocket. It would have just been magnificent. Obviously he didn't connect, so we'll never know. Legit then had a shot, and that was pretty tame. I think he'd made the wrong decision, but he can't correct that now. So 0-0 at half time was a pretty fair result, to be fair. And the second half I really wanted to step up, really wanted to take the game to Bristol Rovers, because we'd sat back too much, allowed them too much time, space and respect. And as you can see, we had a nice little crack there, but again, the defenders just seem to know when you're going to shoot. He gets a nice little block on it, but we have a corner. And hopefully we'll be able to do some damage from corners. Our corners have been really quite poor. I think we're going to have to work on a custom corner, because they've just been quite awful, to be frank. We always seem to knock the ball into that area and there's just no one there. So we're going to have to sort of construct a corner system, I think. But look at this run by Lucas. Absolutely majestic. And then, to me, he was flawed. And surely that should have been a penalty. The referee didn't agree with me, obviously. And we didn't get the goal. But again, look at this. Great defending. getting all our bodies in the way. Again, one of my players decides to fall over. I'm not sure if that's just a common trait at this moment in time. And Andersen makes an absolute world-class double save and then decides that he's going to go on a little march himself. I think he got a little bit... He must have been thinking it was training on five-a-side that he could bring the ball out, and unfortunately it wasn't. But he cleared the ball in the end and it stayed 0-0. Which was, again, it was a fair reflection on the game. But Lucas picks the ball up, goes into the area, has an easy opportunity for me. We should be slotting those home. We should be slotting those home all day long, and we didn't. Bristol Rovers catches on a counter-attack, and thankfully, the lad at the far post just put the ball wide, and we breathed a huge sigh of relief. So we were preparing for extra time, because it just had a draw written all over it. Absolute draw written all over it, until Jordan picked the ball up, and oh my days. Well played, Jordan. Step up, take a bow. Back-to-back goals for Jordan. And that was a nice little goal, especially when it comes in the 90th minute. That must have been absolutely heartbreaking for the Rovers fans, let alone the players and their management. Look at that, a little bit of space. Great shot. That was magnificent. Absolutely brilliant. So chuffed for the lad. He's really coming to fruition. He's actually a decent little player. Now, when he cuts in from the wing and actually comes in and finds the ball, he's actually quite technically good. He's not the greatest player in the world. He probably will never be the greatest player in the world. But I've got to say, he is actually technically gifted. He really is a solid player. And in this league, you know, for me, he's head and shoulders above most players. A little bit like John Taylor, fantastic player. Absolutely fantastic player. He's super sonic fast. And he really can change a game just in an absolute split second with his pace. It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Lukey Rogers comes to us and says, look, come on. Give us a game. I don't want to be on the bench. Let me play some football. And I've said this before. I think we've actually underestimated Rogers. I think he's a half decent player. My only fear is he's banging on 30. I think he's 30, 31. He'll be 31 soon. So we're gonna have to utilise him as much as we can before he turns into a plate of jelly, which is really scary. And we've got a hard home game against Oldham, which is quite ironic because I'm going to go and watch Oldham Athletic on Saturday playing at Colchester United. That should be good. I'll be able to see Potsy play, hopefully. West Ham lad on loan at Colchester. So I might be able to do some scouting. I'll be interested in taking another look at Wordsworth, who plays in the middle of the park for Col U. Really nice player, actually. Really good player. Got a nice left foot. Very cultured. Distributes the ball very well. Doesn't lose the ball that often. Then again, saying that, he must have had a shocker against MK Dons because Col U got absolutely battered by the MK Dons. So hopefully against Oldham they won't. It'll be a great game because I know it's going to be cold and be able to do some cheering. So I'm looking forward to that. But look at Andersen. Oh my God. Seriously, he is a tank goalkeeper. He is absolutely a tank goalkeeper. If you're in League 2, you're in League 1 and you really want a goalkeeper, go to Portsmouth, buy Andersen. I don't care if it costs you £1 million. Just buy him. He is an absolute tank. He may never grow to be magnificent, great, a Pete Schmeichel. And then he does that. I'm trying to big him up. I'm trying to persuade people to sell it, to actually buy him, sell him. Trying to persuade people to buy him. And I've got to say, why the flipping heck would he do this? You know, what is wrong? What is wrong here? You know, come on. Surely he should be collecting that ball all day long. So we go in at half-time, 1-0 down. And I've got to say, I think we're really hard done by because I'm so disappointed with that goal. I'm so pissed off with that goal and how EA just bent us over. It's shocking, you know. The goalkeeper is an absolute tank, and you're telling me he made a fundamental error like that? I just don't buy it. I don't believe it. Again, he makes a great save. Now, overall, I can't blame him. I really can't, because he is phenomenal. He really is a phenomenal goalkeeper. I absolutely do adore him. I can't believe how lucky we are to have a keeper of his magnitude. I mean, look at that. Again, another point-blank save. Some pretty average defending there, if we're going to be polite. Some pretty average defending. I think my defending is very spasmodic. That header was so close. I think my defending is a little bit spasmodic. I think I have 2 games where I'm absolutely phenomenal, and then probably 1 or 2 games where I'm absolutely dire. Absolutely dire. But we break down in a 72nd minute on the right-hand side, and we just can't make anything. We just couldn't create absolutely anything. I have to take my hat off to Oldham. They completely and utterly outplayed us. I would say a 0-0 draw would have been a fair result, but obviously, you know, EA had other ideas and thought that Andersen wasn't able to move 2 yards from his goal line. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed that episode, guys. There'll be more coming on the weekend, and I'll catch you later.